Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Hello, everybody. You super excited.
Hey, it's another beautiful day that the Lord has given us, and I'm always excited to be able to share this platform with my beautiful wife. I'm just always blessed to be able to share with you all
Yes, yes,
on
yes.
this Sunday evening.
So, you guys let us know if you're out there. Let us know you're hearing us okay. Just like you said, we're super excited to let you. Okay, so we know Latrice is there. Awesome, awesome. I'm trying to find it on my phone so that I can share Latrice. So just give us 1 second so we can invite some more amazing friends on here to join us. I hope everybody's doing okay on this amazing Sunday, and I hope your Sunday worship experience was amazing like ours was, because God knows it was so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, tonight is really special because tonight we get to talk about how to keep this love alive long after you say I do. I think so many people get comfortable. And thank you, Latrice, for sharing. And I think sometimes being comfortable forces us to get uh, lazy. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with being comfortable because I'm extremely comfortable in my marriage, but I also realize that it's an ongoing process that I have to continuously put in some work. So that is why I encourage folks to don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted. This is a work in progress. It's a daily task, but if you do it right, you'll enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, make sure it's what you want to do. So tonight, we every week we ask God to kind of lead and guide us on what are we going to talk about, and how can we be of service to all of you, all our viewers. And so we realize that it's best that we just talk about ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure we are focusing on what we're experts at, because I can't tell anybody else's story. I can't tell anybody else anything, but I can tell you how the Lindsays do it.
That's it.
And so that's what we want to do. And so when we were talking about how we keep our love alive, it was amazing because the simple little things we do that we really just probably didn't even realize was that important. But it's really acts of service and showing one another our love for each other. So, sweetheart, I'd like for you to go ahead and just dive right on in and share with our amazing viewers, those who are here now and those who will be joining and watching this at a later time.
Okay.
What do you feel are some of the ways that I show you? Um, I guess what I would say is, how am I keeping our love alive from your perspective?
How are you keeping up?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. Sure. I know nothing else but to do that. But in any case, my wife, my queen, she's always been nothing but good to me. But the things that really get me off, things that pleases me, she is a cooker.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody don't snooze. She can cook, and it's those small things that's one thing that I greatly appreciate. There's never a day or a moment when it's something major or even just us going out on a date that she takes her time to get herself nice and cute. And she always say, okay. And I always tell her she don't try it, she does. So ladies, don't ever say you try, just say you do.
Okay.
All right.
I do.
So so in any case, she takes her time, and the next thing I know, it's a beautiful piece of work. So, and she always reminds me that that she's a representative of me. So because of that, the patience kicks in, and from there we look good, and we take pictures, and you've seen many of them, and they come off really well. Something else that she does, she loves to dress her man. This shirt actually that I have on tonight was a shirt that she had found for me. Told me, she's like, Daddy, I bought you a couple of shirts. I said, okay. So I looked at it and I said, oh, I like this. So put it on today, and feels real good. It's comfortable. So those are a few of the things that she does for me. So, babe, tell me.
Keep our love alive.
To keep my level up. Well, okay. And
you're so nice.
I'm so nice. Yeah.
Well, let me just go ahead. I'll go ahead and dive right on in, and perhaps some things will come to memory, because one of the things we promised ourselves as we come to you guys is that we want to be authentic. We want to be ourselves. We don't use scripts. We don't use cheat cards or notes or anything. We literally come from our heart. But I want you guys to know, because I realize that we can just look around us. You know, think back for some of us. You know, a lot of us may have started out with two parents in a two-parent household, and for some reason or another, just didn't end up that way. Mommy, daddy, it didn't work out, and they decided it was best to end the marriage. And then there are some of us who grew up in single-parent homes, so we probably didn't have a model of what a good love is or what a strong, healthy marriage is. But my husband and I have made it our ministry to literally do whatever we can to always put forth effort to not just have a positive marriage, but to keep God number one at the center of all we do,
Yes.
and to always put forth intentional, purposeful effort,
Yes.
and to keeping our love alive. And some of the things that we do intentionally that I think has been a major contributor to the success of our 13 strong years. You know, people always say, well, how long have you been married? I said, we've had 13 strong years, because I'm telling you, I don't even care about the times there may have been some issues that made us stronger. Definitely the times when everything was great, it made us stronger. So for those 13 strong years, we've developed some habits. We've developed some non-negotiables. We've developed some ways of doing things that works for Team Lindsay. And one of the things that I absolutely, positively love, and I know without a doubt it contributes to keeping our love alive, is that from the time we dated, this man wrote me a letter every single day. So I was getting a love letter every day of our quote-unquote courtship. We were just getting to know one another. He would write me every day via email and just send me a message. And on the night of our wedding, he literally had saved every single letter he'd ever written me, or every message or note.
4 volumes.
And created 4 books that literally equated to 4 volumes. And he called them Lindsay love letters, basically, because it was just, oh my God, just a lot of letters. But how about 13 strong years? And he still writes me a love letter every single day.
And it's important that, and the reason why I do that again is to understand that love language of hers, words of affection. And it's very important affirmation, that's it, I'm sorry. But it's always very important to affirm and to reconfirm and make her aware, baby, you're it. You satisfy me. You keep me happy. Something else that I do from time to time, is that I'll send her text messages during the day just saying, hey, I was thinking about you. Ooh, you remember when we did this last week or last night or whenever that time was? The next thing I know, she'll give me an email, a text back, and she'll be smiling really hard.
I say, you gave me butterflies.
So, and we call those vault moments.
Vault moments, right.
So it's very important that as a married couple, engaged couple, whatever the case may be, establish vault moments.
Yes.
Those vault moments are very important because you may have one of those disagreeing moments. But if you go back in the vault and you think about one of those positive times, it now shifts the atmosphere.
That's right.
And you catch yourself laughing and you say, was we really fussing about that?
About that? Yeah, really?
So it's important that you remember those things.
Absolutely. And I'm so when I think about it, because when I miss it a lot of times, people are like, you get a letter yes, I still get love letters. I get love letters, and sometimes I'll share them with my girlfriends, because those that I can share. I share with my girlfriends, and as a result of that, for the last 13 strong years of him doing that, he's adopted quite a few surrogate wives, I guess you could call them, because I've got so many. Oh, can I have your husband? Sure, we can share him. There's certain things that I will allow you. So when it comes to those type of things, and I recall back when we were in North Carolina at one of my jobs, place of employment, I had about 3 girlfriends who absolutely just loved our marriage and loved him because he's just such a loving person. And oh God, he didn't make it any easier because when he would send me flowers, why did this man send the women some flowers?
Oh.
OMG, when I tell you he was the superhero of the office. So it's just those little things.
Yeah.
But when I tell you, ladies, I don't care what you're dealing with. I don't care what you're facing. There's always a way to make it better. My silver lining may not be yours. I just believe that everything is worth fighting for. Love is such a powerful thing. First of all, we know God is love. God created love. And because of that, it meant something to him, which means he wanted us to have it. He literally gave Adam Eve so that he wouldn't be alone. God loves love.
Yes.
So in order for it to work, it's going to require work. So to keep your love alive, you're going to have to sometimes, even if it requires just, hey, we got to get away. One of the things we do is we take time for us. You know, we're very intentional. Today was one of those days. You know, we went to dinner and then we went on a date. We went to the movies. But it was intentional. We talked about this earlier in the week. You know, I'm going to take you to the movies. Okay, great. I look forward to it. Yes, I live with him. Yes, I see him every day. Yes, he's the same man I sleep with and life goes on. But every now and then, I want to be courted, and I get courted. So that's exciting. And then I'm conscientious, like he said, about making sure that I do what I have to do. Look, let me just keep it 100, ladies. Ain't no other woman in the whole wide world, after 13 strong years of labor, love, prayer, devotion, and eating everything else, am I going to allow to come up in here and infiltrate this right here? It's impossible. If it fails, it'll be because God called one of us home. And that won't be failure. That would be finale. Right. When I tell you there's too much been invested, too much love gone forth, you ladies, you got to be gatekeepers of what you got. Okay? You got to be the one that says, over my life, when you put what you're supposed to do into your marriage, when you invest the time, the energy, the resources, when you give it everything you know you got, trust me, even for effort alone. Yes. So when I think about what I know I personally have done, it's not happening. There'll be no one else who'll come in and say, she got his attention, she caught his eye, he blinked. I don't know what. If he ever cheated, it'll be because he lost his mind. It won't be because Pam failed. And don't get me wrong, ladies. I feel you, sisters. I can hear your minds turning right now. I know we get tired. We get weary. We're women. We're human. We're the chauffeurs, the cooks, the cleaners. You know, we're all of those things. However, nothing takes priority over your marriage. Nothing comes before your man.
And in turn, brothers, same thing with your lady.
Absolutely.
It's very important that we as men, we protect.
Absolutely.
We value, we let her know that she, no matter what, football, basketball, boxing, anything that may be on, we make her aware that she's number one.
And ladies, when you can't beat him, you join him. Okay, remember 13 strong years. This girl right here, learn how to join him. My husband is let me go back. My husband is a sport enthusiast. It doesn't matter what the sport is. He loves all sports. And I'm not talking about he just knows of them. He loves the sport. So if I see that that's something that he's drawn to, football season, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, guys. This lady converted herself into a Dallas Cowboy fan. Now, for those of y'all that may not get with it, it's okay. We all make mistakes. But in any case, we were staying in one of our homes, and it was one Sunday I was watching football, watching the Cowboys game, and here I am going for it, yelling at the TV. So she decides that I'm actually going to learn the game.
I want to know what's all this yelling about.
Yeah, so she comes in and she sits beside me, and She's like, what's all this yelling about? So I told her what's going on. So she learns all the nuances from what's a first down and a touchdown's worth how many points, how many downs do they have for a first down, things of that nature. And ultimately,
that's right.
This lady here, this one, is beautiful, queen of mine. She became a Dallas Cowboy fan.
I wanted to share in what mattered to him. I wanted to matter to me. I wanted to share in the things that mattered. So, ladies, that's another one of the things we do to keep our love alive. We take interest in what's of interest to them and vice versa.
Yes.
She did the same thing for me. Trust me, ladies, when I tell you, y'all know how men feel about shopping. Y'all know men are, ooh, yeah, it's a little overwhelming. And I have one of the most humble, one of the most giving, loving, kind-hearted husbands in the world. And he gives me everything on a silver platter. So when I say I want to go, and another thing, I don't like to go anywhere without him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So because he accompanies me and I love it, he is my best friend. So I always say, babe, you want to come go with me? I'm going to go look for a dress. And 9 times out of 10, he probably don't want to go. But he'll go because he loves me. And he knows I'm just a brat.
Yes. Yeah. So another caveat to this. This woman right here, she's one of the strongest women I know. But when it boils down to it, she loves, when it was me, she loves being a baby. She loves to be spoiled. Daddy, can you go do this? Daddy, can you do that? Yes. And
speaking of daddy,
because of the fact that I love her, I'm going to do it because that's what it's all about.
That's right. And speaking of daddy, you just brought up another great point of how we keep our love alive long after I do. Ladies, I encourage you, find words of affirmation, not just for yourself that you speak over your life, but it's our role to edify our husbands. Yes. Remember, the Bible says that a wise woman builds her house, and it's a fool who plucks it down with her hands.
Yes.
And I'm going to just break this down for you, interpreting to say, it's your role, it's your responsibility, ladies, to make sure you build up your house. This is your home. You find comfort and safety within this man. It's my job to speak into his life all the things that I believe that God wants him to be, all the things that I know he is, and all the things that I know God still has yet in store for him. It's my job to edify him, to let him know, baby, you got it, or baby, you doing it, or baby, ain't nobody like you, or just simply call him daddy, which is what I affectionately do. And I do this because I want you all to know that I absolutely positively love my husband. And I meant what I said. There won't be now another other. Okay? After me. So it is my responsibility. He is my Superman. He is my superhero in all aspects. And it is my responsibility to never let him forget that. So ladies, it's the same goes for you. It's our job to keep the love alive by being everything he can think of. It's our everything he can want, lust, dream, hope. That's your job. I don't care. Go for it. Make it happen. Put on the sexy shoes. Find the lingerie. Put on the perfume. Get your hair done and keep it done. If you don't have to wear makeup, if that's not your thing, that's fine. But at least look like somebody. Especially at the end of a long, hard day, because he can tell you, when I get him from the metro every day, what do I do, sweetheart?
Yes, man. How was your day? She does that to unwind me.
That's right.
Because she knows that the kind of work that I do is very strenuous work. Definitely stuff that may not be understood to the normal person. But she does that to unwind me, just to now center my thoughts to be able to get ready to come home and enjoy home. Now, back to something that she was talking about as far as edifying and building. Brothers, we supposed to do likewise. Again, it's important that we let our wives know that they're number one.
That's right.
We let them know. We do those small things. And guys, you have to listen.
Oh, God, yes.
And what I mean is not just listen with your ears, but listen with your heart. Listen to something that we had read in Teach Me How to Love. He said, listen to love.
That's it.
So when you listen to love, you now take into account those things that make your wife happy. And sometimes it's very minute. It could be the simplest things as you giving her some roses and she wasn't expecting. It could be the simplest thing as really taking time and doing something. Guys are oftentimes thought of as doing stuff quick, fast, in a hurry. Not always. But if you really take time to really show her that you put some effort into it,
right.
Oh man, I'll give you a great example. When I met my wife, she will tell you that again, her thing is fashion. So for the first 2, 3 years, I had to learn her. I had to learn the things that she liked. I had to learn the places that she shopped at, things of that nature. But I tell God, thank you that I listened to love. And then there were things that I found out that I loved on her. So once I realized that and realized where I needed to shop, I would actually go and have, over the last 13 strong years, as she's put it, go to the Ashley Stewarts. Find, if it's a dress, find the dress with the earrings and the necklace and the bracelet.
And the purse and the shoes.
And then come home with it.
That's right.
And have it in a bag that surprises her.
And he'll just simply say, I just want to see you in this. I wanted to see this on you. I was like, oh, okay. He said, I went to the store. And I said, I want to see my baby in that. And he bought it. And I had to put it on for him. Absolutely. But it's those things like that, keeping love alive. And oh my goodness, one of my favorites that we do to keep our love alive, we will literally go out of town just for some alone time. Big old house we in, but ain't nothing like just getting away from the comfort zone of home and just go somewhere, because we got this philosophy when we go away, and then what is it?
Nobody knows us.
They don't know us
They
here.
don't know us.
We can go away and act the fool. They don't know us here. So we like to do that. That's what we do to keep our love alive. And when we go away, we go with an intention. It's to act up.
Yes.
So I'm encouraging you, ladies and fellas, every now and then, just get out of your comfort zone. Pack a bag and just hit the streets. Get on the road. It ain't even, you can stay in your same city if you want, but just get out of home and go and do something spontaneous, something fun. And for once, girl, let your hair down. It's okay. It is okay. Do what nobody expects you to do. Nothing but you and your man. Remember, the marriage bed
is undefiled.
And it's a form of worship. And you know that 3-letter word that catches people off guard, and sex is a powerful thing. But guess what? God created that too. So you have to do it. So that's our next subject on next week. And that's yeah, because I'm telling you, I'm telling you, the more we do this, the more we do our research, the more we pray, and God is revealing things to us, the more we realize there's some people got some jacked up marriages. And our thing is, God, not on our watch. Whatever we can do, we're willing to put ourselves out here and be the model to let you see that Black love is still possible. It's a very powerful and beautiful thing, but it's because we intentionally set out to make it work. Our non-negotiables: never go to bed without saying we love you.
That's it.
And that means even if we gotta wake each other up.
Did you say I love you?
That's right. I wake them up, baby. Did you say
I love you, baby? Okay.
And we go back to sleep. It's like something inside of me just, hold up, wait a minute. Did he fall asleep and not say I love you? Wait a minute. Because you never know. Yeah. So those are just our non-negotiable. And every day I wait for my love letter, because I get my love letter from him every day. And it's like, I smile. Oh, here it is. Okay. I get my love letter and I can go about my day. And so what I'll do, and in those text messages, we get those middle of the night text messages. Yeah. I get them, I normally chuckle because it's always something. Ooh. Most of the time it's something sweet, but it comes with a threat too. You know them threats, right, girl? When I get home.
Promise.
Yeah, that's when he goes.
Your promises, baby.
That's right. But that's what we do to keep our love alive. And we also make sure we always let one another know just how much we mean to one another. He'll say, did I tell you I love you today? I say, yeah, you did, but I don't mind hearing it again. I don't mind. But it's just the little things. And I encourage you guys, please know this. It don't take a whole lot, but you got to do something.
Right.
You got to do something. You cannot allow the enemy to come in and snatch this up. I'm telling you, it make people talk about the grass being green on the other side. You know why? It's because you ain't watered your side. Put some water on that grass right where you are, and I guarantee you to get greener. But you got to put in some work. It's not going to happen by itself.
And we're only telling you what we know.
That's right.
And what we've experienced.
That's right.
We just don't sit up here touring our mouths from
because we could be doing other things.
Yeah, we could. Yes, we could.
But no, but we absolutely enjoy it. And we realize because God has allowed us to really go through some stuff in these 13 strong years, but we understood after a while, God, we get it now. It wasn't just for us. You know, you guys do understand that when you're experiencing some things, especially some trials that you're thinking, how did I get here and why am I going through this? Please know that it's not about you sometimes. Sometimes God is preparing you so that you can go back and help someone else. It's about you being the person who's going to help birth someone else in this season. So, you know, he takes you through to bring others through. And we realize that and we accept it and we don't have a problem with it because we're just thankful that he brought us through because we realize that a lot of the trials we face, people wouldn't have survived. Some people didn't. And as time goes on, as God continues to allow us to share with all of you, you'll learn more and more. You'll see what we need. And so many people tell us all the time, I just love the way you guys express your love. You know, and I love the way he loves you. I get that from a lot of them. I love the way your husband loves you. And I say to myself, I think the reason it's so different is because we've been so conditioned to, number one, think that it's not a public thing. But love is expressing. It's wide open. First of all, it's an action word. You can't just say you love me and no one ever sees it and I don't feel it, first of all. And I think also because my husband is so fluent in his love language. He's very open. He's very expressive. He is the lyricist in our relationship, and I am the vocalist, which I'm sure you guys have figured out. Because he writes, and he's very expressive when he writes. And so it's that reason that it's nothing for him to write me a love letter on Facebook. It's nothing for him to dedicate something to me on Facebook or tell me this is his lunchtime. He on his lunch break, and all he's thinking about is me. You know, those type of things. And so we started, you know, we got the vault. The vault is where we store all of our memories. We call that the vault. And every now and then we'll write each other a note or text message and say, today I went back in the vault and I pulled out, you know, what happened yesterday or last year or 5 years ago. Remember that vault moment when we were in Jamaica? You know, it's that type of thing. But then there are Lindsay love lessons. And those are what we get to share with all of you because we realize that those are lessons God allowed us to experience our love that we can now share with the world. And they're changing every day. He continues to add to them. We have so many experiences. I have this little running, I don't know if it's a joke, but I just have this saying. And remember, y'all, we transparent. So I'm grown. Y'all grown. But even in lovemaking, you know, I often tell my husband, good God Almighty, this is so beautiful. I wish everybody could experience something like this in their life. And I used to tease him. I said, if I could bottle this up and sell it, we'd be rich.
Hey, when it's good, it's good.
So, hey, I'm just telling you all. And think about it. You tell your husband something like that, ladies. Can you imagine what that does for him? And I ain't talking about lying to him now. I'm talking about telling him the truth. That's a little story. We're going to talk about that next week. But yeah, seriously. But it's all about doing the little things that matter. So yes, we date to keep our love alive. We edify one another to keep our love alive. We praise one another to keep our love alive. We do our very best to look good to keep our love alive. He knows what I like in terms of, he has this cologne. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell him about this one other thing. He gets up quite early in the mornings to go to work. And he normally lets me sleep. Oh, I'm sorry. For those of you who may not know, I do not work outside the home. My husband affords me the opportunity to work from home. He takes care of me, but I'm an entrepreneur, so I do a lot of run my businesses from inside the home. So I don't have to get up and go punch a clock anywhere, any 9 to 5. So I have the luxury of laying in bed. So when he gets up early to get ready for work, a lot of times I don't hear him until he's ready to really get, you know, for me to get up to take him to the metro train station. But we have this ritual we do every morning. I'm in love with the way my husband smells. I mean, his colognes, oh my God, I just absolutely love him. And so we started, I don't even know how long we've been doing it now, but that's how he greets me in the mornings.
I would say probably a year and a half.
Yeah. That's how he greets me in the mornings to wake me up to tell him it's time to go. Is he will tap me or kiss me on the cheek or something to wake me up, and then we embrace. Because when we embrace, he transfers his cologne on me. So I get to keep a part of him with me throughout the day. Because now I'm smelling him all day long because he's embraced me, and I get my sniff and I hold him tight. Oh, and then I say good morning. So he's gone to work, and I have him on me all day. Let it smell good. And another thing we do to keep our love alive. Remember, I said it's our responsibility, ladies, to keep the honey in the moon. Okay, don't get me wrong. Yep, men are men, but it's expected that the man is supposed to always be the initiator. Sometimes, lady, it's okay to just blow their minds and say, you know what, tonight I'm tearing you down. Okay, it's okay. It's also okay to show the person you love that you love them enough that you want to do special things to cater to them. So one of the other things we do to keep our love alive, because remember, we're transparent now. I hope y'all children don't be listening to these, but no, it's okay. But one of the things is, you said y'all learned early. Oh my goodness! But like for instance, he does buy me. In our 13 strong years, I've never had to purchase lingerie for myself. I've never purchased lingerie, maybe once or twice when I wanted to just do something special. But he provides my lingerie as well as my perfumes. And, of course, the occasional when he wants to buy me, a nice outfit, something he wants to see me in. And sometimes, he has these special, like, heels. If he sees some high heels somewhere, and he says, I just want to see you in it. He said, I had to go for it. I want to see you. Okay, ladies, y'all get where I'm going? So that's my point. And even with the lingerie, he will purchase me lingerie, and he will put it in a gift bag, and he usually will sit it on the bed. So when I get ready to go to bed that night, what y'all think that means? That's fluent in any language, right? So that's my point. That's how we keep our love alive. It's simple. Just things like that. And what I'll do in return from time to time, the times that I want to be grown, is I'll simply say, what time you coming to bed? And he already know, okay, well, I'll be up in 10 minutes and, 5 minutes. But it's up to you. Whatever it takes, ladies, fellas, do what it takes. We cannot afford. Let's all make a decision tonight that we'll do whatever it takes to do our part to save our marriages. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your ways. First of all, to all my sisters who are caught up in your emotions because he made you mad, you're going to have to find a way to build a bridge and get over it. And the reason I say that is because we're emotional. Ladies, God made us emotional creatures. So we carry things in our heart. Men carry things in their head. So while we over here trying to work it out, emotionally crying about it, they're thinking about, well, what did I do? Yeah. How did I mess up this time? We got to learn to come together with our men and balance, ladies. And the reason I'm saying that is that's why listening and speaking is so critical. So another way to keep your love alive is sometimes just take time to just go somewhere and just talk. That's it. Go and talk and be willing to listen, as my husband said earlier, with your ear as well as with your heart. Because if you listen, you'll be listening to love, because love speaks. Yeah, communication is so critical in keeping your love alive, because you can listen for those subtle cues, things that they didn't come out and quite say. My husband is excellent in picking up on my cues. Those nonverbal, this is what I want. He's the best. And there's sometimes I can literally come home and there's a gift bag, and then I'll say, "Oh, what's this?" And I look in, "Oh, baby, this is." He said, "Yep, I know. It's what you saw the other day, and I was paying attention. I saw how you looked at him move out of the store or something, and you just, I knew you wanted it." And I'm like, "Oh my God," because he pays attention.
Yeah. One thing about communication, there's communication with your mouth, and then there's nonverbal communication.
Absolutely.
And according to statistics, 2/3 of how we communicate is nonverbal.
That's right.
So it's very important that we pay attention to one another. We pay attention to those subtle cues, it's important that we pay attention to um, those looks, because you can look at something and next thing you know they catch you looking at something and you may say, I don't necessarily gotta have it,
right?
But then in turn they say, you know what? I know you have it,
that's right.
But guess what? Because I love you, you're going to have it.
Exactly.
So it's very important that you pay attention to those little soul head nods, those arm motions, or anything that gives off communication symbol or whatnot.
So this is what I want to encourage everyone tonight. Be intentional. Write out some lists. One of the things we actually did, an exercise that we took it upon ourselves to do a couple months back, was we wrote down, I can't even remember how many things were. I know
it was actually just a conversation. First of all, talking about the things we loved about one another, the things we would love to see one another do, and what are your goals? What do you see yourself doing?
Because it's important that you know that. It's really, really, really important that you understand that, because how can I support him if I don't know what his dreams are? And I don't know if you all realize it, but God gave women the womb for a reason. God said we're the incubators. We're the ones who can take and nurture a man's desires, a man's goals, his hopes, his plans, his dreams. Ladies, it's our responsibility to take those and put them inside of us. We pray on him. We nurture him. We lift him up and edify him. We encourage him. And we let him know that when the whole world out here is against you, baby, you can come home because we got your back here. This is your safety zone. And so we have the womb for that reason, because we can take that thing. And I know for us, a lot of times, he can share some information with me about something he's thinking about doing or wants to do or had a thought about doing. And he's giving it to me. So now he's planted the seed of this idea, and I've taken it now and I've embraced it as my own. And so even when he may be at work, I'm home doing some research, or, I'm looking up some information so that I can come back and say, I did some work for you, and maybe this will help you get closer to making that goal come to fruition, or maybe this will help you put it in motion. But that's what we're supposed to do. That's how you keep the love alive.
So, and one thing that my wife did here recently that truly blessed me was I was getting ready to publish my third book, and I created a cover, and the books that came in, and it didn't look polished. So my wife took it upon herself to create a new cover for me. So she sent it to me and she said, "What do you think?" I said, "I love it." I was like, unfortunately, I think the timing is just cutting it a little too close in order for me to now get these printed in order for me to sell them at our book and art showcase that took place. But how many of you all know that when God wants something to go in motion, he'll make it work. Oftentimes we just have to step in the motion to make it work. So because of that, and putting in a couple of phone calls, the great people at Create Space allowed me to get that order in for me, and I had them for that book and art showcase.
Absolutely.
And I'm blessed because of the fact that my wife does have those skills. But again, as she stated, being able to now take an idea and now not only just take the idea, but run with the idea. And oftentimes we just got to be able to know how to do that one or the other.
That's right.
Because there are a lot of times where she'll have an idea and I may throw something out there, and then that something will then trigger something in her, and then next thing you know, boom, something occurred. So again, it's that whole listening, communication, being intentional.
And if you don't want to talk it out, write it out. Write him a love letter. Write her a love letter. Now you're talking about being out the box. Try that. If you know he or she carries a same bag every day, write them a letter expressing how you feel. Tell them something you've always wanted him or her to know. Probably just never had the courage to do it. Even if it's an apology. Hello. Even if it's an apology, there's nothing wrong with admitting that, you know what, I think I got it wrong. And I would like for you to, first of all, forgive me. I've forgiven myself, and I'd like a chance to do this to get it right. Slip them a note. Slip them a dirty note. Hello. You can slip her something, or be like my husband and just leave some songs under the pillow.
Hey.
You know? My point is, whatever it takes to keep your love alive, you got to be willing to do it. It's all in or nothing. You either said I do because you wanted to, I do, or you did I do, and now you realize you can't. And we can't afford for that to happen. I'm telling you, whatever it takes, we're a community. We will help you if we can come together. But if you take some of these things we're sharing and just implement a few, I promise you, God will honor the effort. And you'll see a major change in your relationship. And start where you are. And remember, listen to love.
Yes.
It's critical. Listen to love. So here are some takeaways. So before we end tonight's session, remember, first you're going to listen to love, meaning when your spouse is speaking, it doesn't matter if they're saying it verbally, if they're saying with their body language, if it's just something you observe, listen to love. Not to judge, not to criticize, but listen to love. Because remember, the goal is to keep the love alive long after you said I do. So you're listening to love now. You're complimenting, you're praising, you're edifying, you're affirming them, you're validating them. And I'm talking about, oh, baby, I don't care how small the task is. Let them know how much you appreciate them.
Yes.
I shared an article today on our page, and when you in this broadcast, please go look for it. And it was in regards to why men don't want to help women around the house, something to that effect. But in essence, the article was about, for some reason, we're caught up in customs. And the old customs of thinking traditionally that the women are supposed to do all the work in the house, the man just goes out and make the money. Well, we know that that's a lie. Okay? Like I stated earlier, I don't work outside the home, but trust me, I work. It would be ludicrous for my husband to think that just because she, quote unquote, is in the home, she has to do all the cooking, she has to do all the cleaning, she has to do everything. And the article was about, they gave the scenario of a man who was visiting with another friend, a male friend of his, and I think they were watching sports. And the husband was saying, hold on 1 second. Let me go wash these dishes right quick. That's what he told his friend. So his homeboy was like, man, you washing the dishes? Why are you washing the dishes? He's like, because dishes needed washing. But why are you doing it? He said, because the dishes needed washing because I eat out of those plates and those bowls and those cups and those spoons. Right. He said, just like when the clothes we wear get dirty, I'll go wash the clothes because I have dirty clothes. Right. When the children have needs, I don't wear to my wife because they're our children. And he was like, the guy was just baffled because he was like, man, that's your wife's job. He said, who told you that lie? Who told you that lie? What made you think that everything is her responsibility because she's female? Are you kidding me? So I'm saying this to say, number one, we've got to break the stereotypes. We got to break the norms because, first of all, we serve a mighty, mighty powerful God who says his ways are not our ways, no, his thoughts are our thoughts, which means he don't want us to be like folks. He don't want us to be like the world says. We don't allow the world to dictate what goes on in Lindsay Man because they must be blown, be like, wow, they do things really different. Yes, we do. It is not uncommon for my husband to be the person washing the laundry. That's just his thing. It's not uncommon. It's not uncommon for my husband to be the one who cooks breakfast. That's his thing. You get it? So it doesn't matter. Don't allow anybody to put you in a box because they said that's what it should be. It's not that. It's about what works for you. And there's nothing wrong with you changing the roles because that's how you keep the love alive. And get this, on top of you doing it, tell them thank you. Just tell them thank you. Can you imagine how your husband would feel, ladies, if you told him when he took the trash out, babe, I just want to tell you thank you for taking that trash out. He'd probably look at you like you were crazy because you're like, I take the trash out every Friday. Yeah, but I never told you thank you. Thank you. Sweetheart, thank you for going to work every day, making sure that we can live in this home and we can have the life we have. Thank you. But I tell him that all the time. That's my point. Because and not just me, but if we as spouses would do it and we exhibit this and demonstrate it in front of our children, the children will do it.
And to piggyback off of that, one of the things that I do is I tell my wife, thank you for cooking.
She
As
does.
you heard her say, she gets tremendous joy out of that. But I just feel, in my mind, in this 21st century, because everything being so fast and because you work, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to necessarily cook. So when that happens, I count that as a blessing in its own right. So I say thank you for that. Any small, big thing that she does, I tell her thank you for that. And one of the things that we have learned, our own daughter, who gives us wisdom on these broadcasts as well, lets us know things that we can improve upon. But in any case, she has now noted that.
Yes.
And she is very particular, and it's to the point where the gentleman that she marries, he's got a lot to live up to.
But her expectations are high because of what she's seen before. What we've modeled in terms of what to expect, that's what she's going to look for. So I'm hoping this is helping somebody. So husbands and wives, I don't know what you do in front of your children, but if they've never seen you kiss, if they've never seen you hug, if they've never seen you love on one another, they're not going to know what love is. They're not, because they've never seen love. If they don't see daddy tell mama how beautiful she is, or daddy tell mama, oh, baby, you turn me on, or daddy do anything for mama, they're going to think that it's not expected. Same goes for that woman. If she doesn't edify her man, if she's always beating him down, complaining, nagging, annoying, and always criticizing him, then you model for your children that's what they can expect when they get out in the real world. Or that's what they will look for and be attracted to on their own. And you don't want that. If you did not know, let me be the first to tell you, any behavior you want to see, repeat it, reinforce it. And that can be both good and bad. So if you want to see a behavior that you enjoy, repeat it, just praise it. Just praise it. If there's a behavior you do not want to see, ignore it. Because anything you feed grows. And I know this is contradicting to anything you've probably been told, but I do have a degree in psychology. Trust me when I tell you. If you see a child, we're going to use a child as an example, and for once, out of this crazy hectic day, he's finally quiet and he's sitting in a corner playing with his toys. What do we tend to do? Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Let me tiptoe out of here because he's quiet. I don't want to disturb him. That's the wrong thing to do. Because what you've done is you quote unquote ignored it. But if you told, I am so proud of you, you sitting over here so quiet, you being so good, thank you. You have just made that baby's day. You made them feel like they've done something good. You've celebrated the actions that they've carried out. And guess what's going to happen? They like that. So you know what? They're going to do it again. And every time they do it, you tell them, I'm so proud of you. You're doing so good. You're being so quiet. And every chance they get to get that affection, that attention, that positive reinforcement from you, they're going to do whatever it takes to get it, even if it means being quiet. So flip the script, ladies, gentlemen. If you want to see a behavior, repeat it, praise it, provide it reinforcement, and you don't have to worry. When this man took me in 13 strong years ago and made me his wife and treated me with love and attention and affection and spoiled me and loved on me, and he kept doing it, what do you think happened? You already know. I reinforced that. So the more I reinforced it, he kept giving me what I wanted. That's the way it is. And vice versa. So I'm telling you, same thing, same rule applies in life. Anything you want, you gotta look, again, water the grass for it to be green. Okay? You don't ignore it. Don't flip and go to the other side because somebody said it's green over there. The only reason theirs is green is because they water theirs. If you water yours will be green too. So start right here. Reinforce the behavior you want to see. Praise it. Work with what you got. Give it a little love, time, and attention, and just let it blow up. So to keep your love alive, you're going to have to get outside of your comfort zone. Ladies, every now and then, you're going to have to do a little something special. I know you say you don't like your curves. You probably don't like, I think I'm fat. Oh, well, do something about it. Point blank. If you don't like it, fix it. But every now and then, remember, he said yes. At some point in time, he said yes. You got to remind him why. And never let him forget. Never let him forget.
Well, it's just important that you return. Do the things that won her.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of times where we get so caught up in our work, we get caught up in our careers and our families that we forget the basics, the things that we did that won her. So if you go back to those things and then again pay attention, listen to love, and as you do those things, you will find that she will be like putty in your hands. And that she will do whatever you want, call you daddy, king, Lord, whatever. But it's very important that you do your end.
That's right.
She does her end. And both of you win.
Everybody happy. Everybody happy. All right, so here we go. Keeping your love alive. Long after you say I do, you got to be willing to talk it out. You got to listen with love. You got to edify, reverence, praise, validate the person that you love. You got to let them remember by never letting them forget why they said yes, why you said I do. He ain't going to forget. I'm going to make sure of that. And ladies and gentlemen, whatever you got to do, keep it tight. Keep it right. Take care of yourself. The 3 things that our pastor told us in our premarital counseling before we got married was the 3 things that would destroy marriage: finances, sex, and children. We all right with the money. We got some money. We definitely okay with the kids because they all adults. Hallelujah. Grown, gone. They got their own world. But one thing I can count on, I put my life on it. You never got to worry about sex. Because we understand. Think about it, ladies. Don't be stingy. You got to remember, God created it. It's a form of worship. It has a purpose. You have to have sex with your husband, okay? Fellas, some of y'all just as bad.
Yeah, don't withhold the pole.
Don't withhold the pole. Ladies, don't close the garage.
Don't do it.
I'm telling you. And trust me, it's a wonderful antidote for problems.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about it? Having a bad day? You tired of fussing? Y'all ain't been getting along. Something about him just ain't right. Something about her getting on your nerves. We were told, just take off your clothes. Now who wants to fuss?
Right. So true.
I'm serious. But I'm in all honesty, I'm telling you, anything worth having is worth fighting for. And our goal with doing these broadcasts here on We Are Team Lindsay is to help you fight, help you save it, and help you keep it if you got it. And if you ain't got it, help you get it. Because we're going to talk to you soon. It's definitely going to be an episode I'm going to do just for the ladies. And it's if men are like buses, how come I can't catch one? Think about that.
Right.
That's right. If men are like buses, how come I can't catch one? There's a reason for it. So that's coming up soon, and I'll definitely let you all know. But yeah, so going back, I keep getting off track because this is exciting for me. But yes, definitely listening with love, the validation, positive reinforcement, making sure you're taking care of yourself, because taking care of yourself is what's going to help keep that honey in the moon. Doing something spontaneous. Just get out of character every now and then. Write a note, slip a note, text a message. Just do something you ain't never did before. Ladies, when he come home, have on nothing. Or a little bit of nothing. Fellas, bring her some flowers. Bring her some flowers. Or bring her home something sexy that you want to see her in. Write her a note. Send her a card. And get this. Put it in the mail. Mail it to them. Yeah, mail it to them. And let them get the mail. And do this 3 days in a row. Send them a letter in the mail. Or a card or something. You talking about blowing their mind. Can you imagine getting something from your spouse 3 days in a row in the mail? Unexpected. Man, you're going to be so giddy. You're going to be, oh my goodness.
What am I gonna get today?
Yes. And another thing, coupons. My husband creates me coupons. I say creates me coupons. Catch that. He ain't buying. He created them. He knows what I like, but he also knows what he likes.
Mm-hmm.
So he creates coupons, and he sends them in a card, and I get to redeem one every now and then. And I get to redeem it for whatever it says.
So some of them will say shopping spree.
Mm-hmm.
Some will say massage.
Mm-hmm.
Some will say foot massage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's various things.
Okay, good. I'm glad you stopped right there. Yeah. Yeah. But there's nice coupons. I can feel it in my spirit.
Burn that little S spirit.
But yeah. So, the point is, you just got to do what you got to do. Because again, who you gonna let have him? Who you gonna let have her? Fellas, can you imagine all the years you spent with your wife? All the things you've been through together. She birthed your children, and all of a sudden, she wants to give it all up. What? Are you gonna let it go like that? It's not happening. It's not happening. You can't. It's impossible. So that's when you go in with all you got and you give it all you got. But before we even get there, you guys are going to take this information you received tonight and you're going to apply it in your life. You're going to start doing what it takes to keep your love alive. Because even though you've already said I do, we're going to make sure you never have to say I can't. We're going to make sure of that. So take these tips. Do the out the box. You know, you're doing spontaneous things. Cook them a candlelight dinner, ladies. Fellas, cook her a candlelight dinner. Yeah. Take her away. For my birthday, my husband literally, did you call or text me?
I wrote you.
Okay, he wrote me. Yes, that's right. You sure did. He wrote me and simply said, I need you to pack a bag. Don't ask me where we're going. Just be ready when I get home. I was like, oh, Lord. Okay. And that's how it happened. And I was whisked away. But the point is, can you imagine how I felt all that day? Oh, I can't wait to get home. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going to happen. This is exciting. But it's the little things. So that's how you keep love alive long after you say I do. And some things I may do for him is he come home, like for instance, like especially on Father's Day and things of that nature. Well, this particular Father's Day, we got up, we went on to church. He had no idea. I had some help, you know, had family back, you know, working for me in the background. So I'd already told him this is where I'll leave the gift. So when we get home, by the time we get back, I need you to put it on my bed. I need you to sit it out in the gift bag, you know, have everything ready for, you know. Yeah. So, you know, we don't went through half the day, but it wasn't until we come home. And I said, oh, babe, you got something here? It was waiting for him on the bed. Just doing the little things. Just the little things to let them know just how much they mean. And it's okay if you don't know what to do. As long as you do something. Yeah. Just do something. I guarantee your partner will appreciate you for it because you put thought behind it. Mm-hmm. And I want you guys to know that we are super duper so excited every time we get a chance to come before you guys. Like I said, we don't use a script. We don't use note cards. We don't use cue cards. Mm-hmm. Whatever those little things people use. We literally just come from our heart and from our heads. But we know what God has placed in our hearts to share with you. And we just want to tell you our story, our truth, our way. And so today, I hope you all have been able to take something away from what we do to keep our Lindsay love alive and how we got so many things we do because it stays fresh on our minds because we always want to let one another know that they're appreciated and that they're loved because love is never on trial. Yeah. That's our rule. And it's all right. I'm telling you, this is a bad thing. When you do it right, ooh, even when you get it wrong, you just make up and get it right. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun, and it's the best thing ain't no thinking. It is the absolute best thing I've ever experienced in my life. It's being your partner in life. Yeah. You are my ATM.
Wait a minute.
I know that's his word.
This thing.
Yeah, I stole his word. Yeah, he always tells me that I'm an ATM, and that's all that matters. So, but yeah, so guys, I just pray that we can bless you guys and that we can hopefully inspire you all to just try something different. But whatever you do, just don't quit. Please just don't quit. Yeah. And please join us. First of all, before we end this broadcast, share it, share it, share it. Just hit the share button, share it on your page, and hopefully somebody else will be inspired and come on over and like our We Are Team Lindsay page. Remember, we said that we're going to start our Black Love Parties coming up soon, and our first event will be in October, which is our Fall Love Fest, and we're really, really excited about that. It will take place here in the DMV area. For those of you who are not in the area, you might have to make some plans to come and join us. So we got a lot of amazing things on the horizon. We're really excited. Next Sunday's broadcast, we're going to talk about sex, baby. Yeah, okay. So we're really excited because we don't have a problem talking about sex. Because it's real. It's a reality. And we want to help somebody else because somebody needs to be delivered. Somebody needs to know that it's not taboo, that God created it and He created it for a reason. So invite your friends. Yes, we'd love to have you too. So Takia we'll post all that information on our guys. We hope you're paying attention to the things that we post there because my husband does a lot of research and gets a lot of information, provides a lot of resources. And we do it because, like we said, this is a ministry for us. God has just placed us on our heart to be a blessing. Let me share with you guys this right here. For those of you who like reading, and even if you don't, this is Teach Me How to Love You by Juanita Bynum. Well, it's Thomas Weeks.
Yes.
The third, and that's at the time when he was married to Juanita Bynum. When I tell you, 13 strong years ago, my husband presented me with that book. It absolutely, positively set the tone, the total trajectory of our relationship, everything. We were inspired by that book.
And funny enough, it was a book that a friend of mine had told me to read, and I actually had the chance to read it. And wow,
powerful!
It definitely will put your mindset ready for a relationship. So if you don't have it in your library, get it in your library.
Yes,
it's definitely something that I'll bless you.
And for any ladies in the DMV area, any wives, if you're in the DMV area, August the 18th, which is a Friday night, we're hosting our very first Wives Empowered right here at the Lindsay Manor. It's a very, very powerful, intimate setting where women are encouraged to come, fellowship, heal, release, and just be restored. And we do it here in the comfort of a private setting of just us women. We provide you with some good stuff, some good information, some resources, and most importantly, we get a chance to all share and to heal. Because I know there are a lot of women who they want, to make it better. They want to know, what do I have to do to get it right? Well, that's what that event is for. We're going to help one another. We're going to love one another as sisters and encourage and empower one another to get our marriages back on track or to keep them rolling and flowing. I mean, that's the whole purpose. But when you come on the 18th of August, I have a special treat for all those ladies who will be coming, so I'm really excited about that. So please, if you have any questions for us, we'd be more than happy to answer your questions. If you have any questions before we end this broadcast on tonight, we will. You can just type it and we'll see it. It'll pop up on our screen. Or feel free to inbox if you have anything of a confidential nature. If there's anyone out there within a 6-hour radius of driving from where we are, we'll be more than happy to come and share and present. Because like I told you, this is the purpose and the mission God has given us in this season. We do not mind coming, and that's something we can definitely discuss if you have a need for us. If there's a interest in having a couple come and talk to either other couples or just talk to anyone, period, about relationships. So anyone have any questions before we wrap this up tonight? I've enjoyed this. I hope you all have. Please give us some feedback. Tell us how you feel. Please, please, please. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's very fun.
It has. Really looking forward to it.
All right.
We want you guys all week long to send us your questions about sex. Because I'm sure there's some questions. I know there's some crazy stuff people have been holding on to for years about around the issue of sex. Because I've heard some wild stuff. But hopefully you can help some folks heal in that area as well. All right, so it looks like there's no questions for tonight. I just want to say thank you just for letting us in your presence. We thank you for your time.
Thank you. And we look forward to seeing you next week. And please visit We Are Team Lindsay and know that there's good stuff there for you. And know that we, Team Lindsay, we love you all. And we are, again, greatly appreciative of the time that you take on your Sunday nights to just listen to a couple like us.
That's right. Thank you guys. We love you guys so much. And just continue to go and do what you got to do, because remember, love wins every time. Love's never on trial, and everything is all about love. All right. Thank you so much again for your time. Thank you for joining us, each and every one of you. Please leave us your feedback. Share this broadcast on your pages and tell others what you get out of it, so they'll understand if we're even making sense as we work their time. Okay. We thank you. We love you guys. That's it for tonight. Have a blessed week. Okay.